Well, I think there might be rain on the way. What's up everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today Isabella and I are going to be going with Green Vacation Colombia to discover the Tatacoa Desert. This is actually a dried up tropical rainforest, and that's why it has such insane rock formations. It exists out of a grey zone and a red zone, and to get here you need to fly into the nearest airport, which is Neiva. And from Neiva we have been staying in a place called Villavieja, which is actually known to be like the gateway to this desert. So I'm really excited because it looks like we're going to be going into planet Mars. Taking her sweet time. Okay, let's go. You got strength in those legs. So what Nathan explained to us is that this place is called El Cardón because of the cacti that grow here. This area has the most of the Cardón Real cactus, which are these very large cactuses, and that's why this area owes its name to, well, actually to the plants.
This area is called Los Laberintos, and I told you before is the most famous place because here finish the street and continue the way, okay? So generally the cars and all the people, when don't have tour guides or other things, only come here, okay?
So we've arrived in an area called Los Colorados. I hope I'm saying that right. And that is because this is like the name for a reddish zone. And what Nathan was explaining is about the history and how this used to be a salt lake and how the minerals went into the ground, and those certain minerals, when they got, you know, in touch with the oxygen, it turns into rust. So this is also why this area has, well, this name, because it has like the rusty red. Well, I think there might be rain on the way.
I'm not completely sure. I think it's more possible the clouds of these areas come here. They called the Labyrinth of Cusco. See, these formations have a lot of the ways in the middle of these different formations. So if you don't know the real way, it's possible you can get other different way and get lost with the time. Okay? So it's the reason why the name Labyrinth of Cusco, and for me is the most representative and the most beautiful place. And now we will go to the point of view where you can see the complete landscape, and I think is the best.
Nice. Okay, so it's only 10:15 and I'm already sweating absolute balls. Like my shirt is very sweaty, so yeah, I would even say bring some sunscreen, especially now that it's cloudy. It's actually cooler than what it usually would be, and it's already super hot. So also with the clouds, what you're not going to feel is the sun burning your skin as much, so it's extra important to put enough lotion on. But yeah, we're gonna have to push through. If this is 10:15, I wonder what it's gonna be like at like 12 or 1 o'clock. Okay, so crazy fact that we've learned today. Let me see if I can find somewhere you can see it properly. Okay, so a cactus has this outside juicy part, but what I didn't realize is in the inside you have like an actual branch, like a hollow branch, and this is where they store their moisture. But it's wood. It's crazy because when we arrived here, I saw the difference between two landscapes. The first is this one over there. There's that over there. And the reason this looks so flat and has so much green is because of the wind and the water causing the erosion. So basically, first everything was flat and the water and the erosion caused these formations over here. But as soon as the water became more and the wind becomes more, these things start brickling down and they start becoming flat. So this part over here is already at its final destination, so I say. It's now become a plain, and that's why also plants are able to now grow there. What? And you can eat that?
Of course.
You can eat this?
Yep.
Like this?
Complete.
Oh my gosh.
I want to try also.
What do you think? It's good?
Yeah, it's like a soft pocket of juice. Yeah, it tastes quite nice. Isa, if we start tripping in like half an hour.
Don't say this. I don't want to trip.
So after being in the desert for a bit, we're getting sugarcane juice. Sugarcane with lime, which is really nice. I've had it before. It's like a non-alcoholic mojito. Prost! Okay, so as we're walking back, we found quartz on the ground. Can you see that?
Here you have different species of quartz.
Well, we've left the red zone. We're now in the grey zone. We're at Los Hoyos, where we're going to check out some of the grey formations, and then we're going to be going to the natural swimming pool. It's a man-made swimming pool, but the water is from natural origin, and it's going to be nice to be able to like cool down a little bit after being in the desert heat for so long. So also what I didn't realize is this place has the second most amount of fossils in South America. There's another place, I think he said in Peru, that has the most. But this is the second most fossil area, and that's also again due to the very interesting natural history of this place. He was also mentioning that the grey zone and the red zone have two complete different histories, because the grey zone is actually younger than the red zone, so they also evolved differently. Well, we've made it to the swimming pool of Los Hoyos. I'm so excited to get in, although I have already seen a dead lizard in the pool. I'm just so eager to start cooling off, man. The desert is hot. And what he was saying is actually today is pretty cold, which I cannot believe, well, I can believe, but I'm just glad it's not that hot. So you could definitely do this by yourself to go to Tatacoa. But I think the nice thing about taking a tour is that you get a tour guide that can actually tell you about the region. Like, we've learned so much about the different landscapes, about the history of the place. And that is something, if we would have done this alone, I don't think, well, you could probably look it up on the internet, but it's nice to learn about it when you're actually somewhere. Our time at the pool has come to an end. It was actually just a quick cool down. I think it's nice after a long hike to be able to swim. But to be very honest, I'm not quite sure how clean the pool is. But this is also something our tour guide was already saying, that they are at the swimming pools, but they just don't have the view that are more private and more clean. But we opted to go in this one anyways, because obviously if we're going to get in a pool, like, for me the main reason would be to be able to swim with these views over there. So yeah, I got in anyway. Isa didn't get in. She was like, nope, not happening. But yeah, all good. Okay, so the lizard actually wasn't dead. He was busy drowning. Oh, poor baby. You can see how tired he is from swimming in the swimming pool the whole time. Okay, one thing came and go out of today, and that is I saved a life. The place we're walking to now is called the Phantoms Valley, and apparently this is because of the formations of the rock, and that it looks like, you know, like the phantoms in what he was saying, like cartoons or something, you know. So this is where they owe their name to. Already the formations look completely different. Okay, so the sun has now definitely decided to peek its head outside of the clouds, and the temperature is just, yeah, even our tour guide is struggling, man. Wow, it is so hot, man. It is so hot. I think we're gonna have to put sunscreen on again, because I can see that my shoulders are burning. So that will be the second round of factor 70, guys. Well, I've never been so happy to be in a car where the wind is blowing through, to be able to sit down. Like, the temperature just jumped really, really quickly. So I'm gonna try and drink a lot more water and now calm down. We're gonna go for lunch now anyway, so we're gonna have some resting time. Back in Villavieja, and the place where we're going to be having a lunch, which is great because I'm really hungry after the walking and the heat and all of that. So let's get some food in those tummies. Okay, so we've arrived back at our hotel where we can have a little bit of a rest. It has been such a great morning and start of the afternoon, but we get to have a siesta, and then tonight we're going to be picked up at 5 again when we're going to go back to Los Colorados to go see the sunset, and we're going to be going to the Astronomical Observatory to go and see the night sky from the desert, which I'm really excited about because there are chances that we will see the Milky Way. Our ride has arrived in the Tuktuk. Buenas. Woo! Oh, nice. Look at that. So this evening we're going to be traveling with the Tuktuk to Los Colorados to go see the sunset there. And I think this is a pretty cool experience because you have a lot of these driving around, taking people from Villavieja to Tatacoa. So it's also fun to actually be sitting in one. So we've arrived. Just in time for sunset. We have about an hour or so before the sun actually goes down. So we get to enjoy this landscape a little bit more. I'm so excited to see what the sun is going to look like as it goes down over this. Wow, it's going to be incredible. Okay, so we've made ourselves comfortable on our spot for the sunset. Got ourselves a beer. Wow, it already looks so good. Well, we finished watching the sunset. Unfortunately, because of the clouds, it wasn't as epic as we expected, but still, it's so beautiful to be here. Now we're going to start our adventurous walk. Woo woo!
20-minute walk.
20-minute walk as it's getting dark to go to an English observatory. You have multiple observatories and you also have the famous observatory, but all of the talks are done in Spanish, and as my Spanish is very little and Isa's is almost none, it's nice to actually be able to understand what they're talking about. So we're going to be going to one that offers English talks. So yeah, we have about a 20-minute walk. It's 1.3 kilometers, I believe. So yeah, let's hope we don't bump into any rattlesnakes.
No, we are not scared at all. After a night walk in the jungle, we are not scared.
After walking in the jungle with Ráchelle-Jean, we are not scared of anything anymore. Wow, look at that. So we have gotten back to the hotel after such a lovely evening at Starlight Observatory. The guy that works there talks with so much passion about the different constellations, and we learned so much. Unfortunately, there were quite a few clouds around, so we didn't always get to see the most stars, where in fact Tatacoa is known to usually have clear sky, so you should be able to see a lot of stars if you do come here. And I would definitely advise you to go and have a look at one of these observatories to learn a bit more. Today has been such a great day with Green Vacation Colombia. They showed us around so beautifully through this area, and yeah, I had an absolutely amazing day. But now Isa and I are both super tired, so it's time to go to bed. So guys, I'm going to see you on the next adventure. And don't forget, if you want to see all my other videos or don't want to miss another video, hit the subscribe button or give this video a thumbs up. It would also really help me out on my channel. And thanks. See you guys next time.